Hello everybody and welcome to Grey History. Now, unfortunately, this is not an episode of your new favourite history podcast, but don't worry, episode 22, The Tricolour Terror, is not too far away. This is just a quick update on the future of the show, and the agenda of this update looks something like this. First of all, an update regarding episode frequency and my plans for Season 1, and just where we'll be ending our little French Revolution journey. Secondly, I'll be answering one of the more frequently asked questions I get, which relates to Season 2. And finally, I'm going to run through all the cool and wonderful material I will shortly be producing for the show's supporters on Patreon, including mini-series, bonus episodes, and episode extras. So, without further ado, let's begin. First things first, it's safe to say that 2020 is not going to plan for pretty much everybody, and that includes myself. Thus, the show will be targeting a fortnightly or a bi-weekly schedule henceforth. So, going forward, a new Grey History episode will drop every 2 weeks. Now, two of the most common questions I get revolve around the length of Season 1 and the topic of Season 2. Well, these are two questions that I don't have definitive answers to, but I'm more than happy to narrow it down. Grey History's first season, the French Revolution, Tyrants and Terrorists, will certainly not finish before the end of the Terror. Therefore, my best estimate puts Season 1 at roughly 50 episodes. However, I don't particularly like the fact that so much material on the French Revolution ends at the Terror. To be frank, it bugs me because the Revolution doesn't really end there at all. So I suspect we'll be going all the way through to the rise of Napoleon, even if it's just at a slightly quicker pace after 1794. Regarding Season 2, an obvious candidate would be Napoleon and the rise and fall of Napoleonic France. Other potential topics I'm toying with include the Russian Revolution, the American Civil War, the Vietnam War, and a few smaller, more niche topics like the British occupation of India or the rise of communism in post-war Eastern Europe. I have plenty of topics to choose from, but considering that Season 2 will be a 2021 affair, I'm in no rush to make a definitive choice. However, if you're interested in other Grey History seasons, then perhaps it may be of interest to you that I am indeed planning mini-series which relate to the French Revolution. This brings me to the final topic of this update, Grey History's Patreon community. As you can imagine, in every episode there is no shortage of cool facts and intriguing rabbit holes which, try as I might, I just cannot find a way to fit into the condensed script. How I'm going to address this going forward is by starting to create both episode extras and bonus standalone episodes. Episode extras will sit alongside the regular show and include cool facts, quotes, and side stories that I really wanted to fit in the original episode but just couldn't manage to do so. To give you a flavour of recent episode extras, they include deep dives into why Varennes was a terrible town for Louis to be captured in, and Jacques Necker's efforts to reverse the abolition of nobility. In addition to these episode extras, I'll be producing bonus episodes. These episodes will be standalone mini-episodes which dive into specific niche topics. Examples might include the reforms of the army, the roles of theatres and the performing arts in driving the revolution, or perhaps efforts relating to Jewish emancipation. The first bonus episode will focus on the terribly bloody Nancy Mutiny of 1790. I'll initially be targeting one bonus episode a month, in addition to the episode extras which will accompany the regular show. Now, this additional content will be available exclusively for Grey History's Patreon community. For those of you that don't know what Patreon is a platform that lets people donate $1 or more per show to Grey History, and in return for your much needed and much appreciated support, you'll be able to access this range of bonus content that I've started to publish on the platform. Furthermore, as the community grows, I'll start to release mini-series about things like the Revolution in the United States of Belgium, the 7 Years' War, and the French Revolution in the Caribbean. Community members will also get a right to vote on the topics of upcoming bonus episodes. So if you're looking for more Grey History, and if you're looking for a small way that you can help the long-term success of the podcast, becoming a Patreon is one potential possibility. Episode extras, bonus episodes, mini-series, and even sneak peeks of upcoming content will all be found exclusively on Grey History's Patreon community. All of that bonus content can be gained for just $1 per regular episode, and you can cancel anytime. You can find a link in the show notes and on the website, and I can't stress enough that any and all support is greatly appreciated. Now, as always, a big thank you for everyone who has been enjoying the show, and a special thank you to those who have been supporting Grey History by either telling people about the podcast or supporting the show on Patreon. As discussed all the way back in episode 1, I truly do believe that history is too often presented in a black and white manner, a manner which robs history of its ambiguities and thus its most important lessons. My goal is to create a history podcast that embraces the grey, that appreciates the subtleties and nuances, and helps to equip all of us to take on the challenges of the 21st century using the lessons of the past. Thank you to everyone who is coming along this journey with me and helping empower the grey. As always, thank you for listening and have a great day.